Hello. I wanted to go through all my garages and maybe, I don't know, bum around all the cars and stuff. And I'm doing it on here because I don't have a gun, so I can't force my friends to tag along with me long enough. They unfortunately will flee after one garage. And also because, I think my dad will think it's neat at least. I think it's neat how much crap I've compiled. And some of the cars oh, there goes my laundry. It'll wait a little bit. Some of my cars are more interesting than the others, that's for sure. Like, oh, these first few garages, like, I'm not gonna have anything to say. Just, some simple stuff. Sometimes I remember what they actually are, sometimes I don't. That's probably the most boring car I have right there, and it was super expensive. It's just there. I don't care about supercars very much, honestly. They do not interest me, not one bit. This thing's cool, but I don't like that you can't get rid of the, I don't know, the cage, bucket seats, whatever you want to call them. I'm not really I have more simple tastes. Like, I'm not really a fan of the overly tuned fucking street race nutter cars. I'm not really a fan of the like overly dragged out drag cars, you know. I got more, the older I get, the more it's like, yeah, just paint it a little bit. No, don't go too crazy. But I do have some pretty goofy cars scattered around. This is pretty much the fastest vehicle in the game right here. It's actually broken the land sound barrier record. So don't touch that one, or you might. I don't know. You might get into some trouble. And I'll be real with you. Because the developers of this game are lazy and haven't added a full parking garage, because I have a couple hundred cars, and even a couple years ago it was possible to have that many, so you'd think they would put in a big old parking garage that you could buy, and to solve the problem of, well, it can't be exposed to the outside world because then you get blown up, they could have just boarded up boarded up all the windows, or some parking garages obviously are underground to begin with, so there should be a big 100-car garage somewhere, because this is a little frustrating, this whole maneuver. But supposedly they're gonna come out with something like that. I think it's only, I don't even think it's 100 cars though, which is not helpful. But better than nothing, I guess. This thing is a launch car, and they actually added new mods to it. Believe it or not, according to my buddy, my good brother, this is the fastest car in the game. I love this thing. It's so dumb. You actually can't ragdoll on it. A bit of a design oversight. You just land on your skull and it's alright. Probably shouldn't try that in real life. This is the only, like, Formula... Actually, I think I have the Hot Rings stock car somewhere, but this is the only, like, kind of race car I got. It's okay, I guess. I couldn't think of a color scheme for it, so I went with this, like, beer. I think it's... yeah. I don't know. Yep, some of these are pretty one note. No, nothing to say. Just gotta look at them, huh? There's 3 versions of this car. I actually have the third one. The third one's probably the one I have the best color scheme on. It's really simple, but I don't know. I like it a lot. God, I love this thing. The Swaggin' Wagon. Oh yeah. More stupid bikes. I used to have that for racing, but I don't race anymore because, I don't know, it's outdated anyway. That was not the best car for racing in that class. Anyway, hasn't been since 2016 probably. I don't know. I don't race anymore. Alright, third and final for this building. Probably. And this is gonna be the most boring garage to look at for some people. I don't know. I have a soft spot for this thing. I have no idea why. You can't do anything to it other than paint it. There's a couple cars I have that are like that, and that's pretty boring. You know, I think this is one of them too. This is a newer one, and it used to be good for racing too in that class. I don't think you can do anything to it either. Sometimes they skimp on stuff. I don't think you can do anything to that. Lazy developers. Can't do anything to that either. I think that's an Audi or something. This is a... I'm pretty sure this thing's a Lamborghini or something. It's way too fast, honestly. Like, why the hell? This is so fast. Why would you buy this? It's got to get like 3 miles per gallon. Ugh. This thing's neat. I don't know. I like it. I think it's a Land Rover, whatever the hell you want to call them. I don't remember. I don't know cars that much. I just think they're neat sometimes. This thing, there's a couple versions of it in the game, and I think the only way to get this one is to find it. I don't think you can buy it. There used to be way more cars like that, but over the years they've put them on the sites. They probably should have been there to begin with, but you know. But I stole that one. Look, I don't know what the deal with this is, alright? Don't ask me. I think there's only 2 versions of this. I was thinking for a second there was a third, like a lot of these expensive SUVs, but no, just these 2. I think once upon a time this older version, that was in GTA 4, was steel only. It wasn't on the websites, but it is now. I'm fairly certain. I think I prefer this one. This is, I don't know, the more modern cars they're kind of, I get why they all look the same. It's aerodynamics and boring nerd crap like that, but you know, not very interesting to look at. It all looks the same. Now we have to cross the street. Very exciting. You know, we won't talk about that. Alright, that was a long and fruitful journey. Here we are. This garage has some pretty interesting stuff in it, if it will let me inside. A lot of my, well, I don't know about a lot. I think all of the lowriders I own are in here. There's so many cars that lowriders, but like without a space where the developers will actually listen, they'll never be. You know what I mean? I love this freaking car. I actually had it based off the color scheme and whatnot from Driver San Francisco. God, what is this thing? I think it's a like 70s Challenger. I don't know. I had the driver paint job for a long time, and then when I get bored, I'll just go on the Facebook Marketplace for no reason. And anyway, one of the items was a, well, 70s Challenger, and it had this color scheme, and I was like, that's actually really sick. I'm stealing that. And I stole it. I can't afford a Challenger in the fucking... Are you kidding me? In this economy? This thing's cool. It speaks for itself. Oh, Mustang. I don't know what the hell that is. Actually, I think it's a Ford something, too. I don't know. GTA cars are hybrids, so I mean, they're all like 2 things at once, but very obviously they will have a primary inspiration. Like this, it's all Ford ripoff. I really don't think there's anything else being ripped off in it, and that's all Dodge ripoff. I really don't think anything else is being ripped off in it. That thing's like, and this obviously is just DeLorean. There's nothing else on it, but then you'll come across some cars like this could be, you know, 2, 3 things mixed together. Like this, I don't remember what this is, but I'm telling you right now, this car is interesting because it has like the most unique handling of any car in the game. I can't explain it. It's like driving a boat. It just lifts off the ground to the slightest turn. I bet if you lowered the suspension, it wouldn't do that crap, but then it wouldn't be fun to drive, so screw it. This thing is not a Cybertruck, but I call it the Cybertruck anyway because look at it. I mean, come on. Come on. I think it's a Jeep or some crap. I don't know. Cybertruck's funnier, though. It looks more like a Cybertruck anyway. Very amusing vehicle. This has guns on it. And those doofy-ass bucket seats, you can't get rid of them. Not a fan of the bucket seats. Or colds. I have a cold now. Of course I do. This is actually my namesake here. They spelled it wrong though. This car is called the Sterling. They added some more mods for it, I don't know, like a year or 2 ago. I had no idea, but they're all rally stuff, and like I said earlier, that's not really my thing. It looks better stock anyway. I really like how simple it is. I think this is a... It's on the tip of my tongue. Oh well, who cares? It's pretty sure it's a British sports car. Obviously old. They're popular in British. I doubt it is specifically popular in Britain. It's not British specifically, I doubt. It's a car. They don't speak British. I love this thing. I don't know why. I friggin' love this paint scheme here. I think it's a Lincoln Continental. I don't know why that comes to mind. I don't actually know for sure if that's what it is, but I mean, that comes to mind. It's a Benny's car, so there's all sorts of stuff you can do with it. It just looks like a Benny's car, but it's not. This is awesome. Like, I love this thing. I don't know why I love this thing either. Again, sometimes I'll put together a paint scheme that just fucking clicks with me. I love this paint scheme. You can do all sorts of stuff to this thing, all sorts of bed accessories and roll cages, blah blah blah. You can take the top off entirely, I'm pretty sure. You can take the doors off entirely, I'm pretty sure. There's net doors. Some cars in this game just have way more customization than you expect. And this is one of them. I love this. I don't remember what it is. I want to say it's a Jeep, but I actually think it's something else entirely. It's probably another hybrid of a couple types, you know. I mean, I don't need to tell you what that is. Come on. I actually remember reading online, if you notice here, the color of the livery is a shade lighter than the paint job up top, because the livery has a preset color, and there is no matching blue in the game. You would have to modify your crew color, very specifically fine-tuning it to be that same shade of blue, which I'm not doing. Some people online did, which I thought was funny. I don't have that in me. No way. I don't know what that is. Generic ass luxury car. That's actually convertible. That is cool. Maybe a new convertible. This, again, very simple. One of my favorite cars. I love this paint scheme. I think it's brushed aluminum, and then I don't know, gasoline green, maybe? I think that's, I don't think that's green, but I don't know. There's a shade of green that's basically blue, and that might be it. I don't know. Either way, it's not a color scheme I've seen a lot, and I really like it, especially on that thing. I don't think I'd like it on a less boxy vehicle. I don't know about this thing, honestly. I never could find a color scheme I liked with it. And there's not a lot of mods. It's either you put a bunch of wood all over it, or you don't. Still, though, it's pretty fun. It's weirdly fast, too. This is an old Impala, I'm pretty sure. Probably around the same generation as that one in Supernatural. I've not seen Supernatural, just other people have had it on around me before, and I mean, it looks cool. I thought about modeling it after just black, but that's a little boring. One of the show's just black, that's it, so I did this. I don't know. Can't be super creative with all of them. Alright, look, this actually is the fastest vehicle in the game. It goes Mach 3 in 0.4 seconds. Yes, I know. But the spoiler here, so it doesn't, you know, leave the ground and actually enter the stratosphere. Gotta think outside the box. How funny. Anyway, I think this is a launch car. But for some reason it wasn't on the websites for ages. I haven't the foggiest idea what it is. I don't know. It was in Vice City. I do remember that. Looked a bit like shit in that game though. Very old. You know, for some reason the word Cutlass comes to mind, but I don't think that's what this is. I don't know. It's fun to drive though. And I love these taillights. I don't know what if they have like a name, this style, but I love the line kind of thing. It's cool. It's just a cool car. This truck. I wish there were more kind of simple trucks like this, you know, not single, but like a standard bed and just 2 seats, you know. Very small, but still a truck. I think that's my favorite kind of truck. I don't know why. The only thing I don't like about this is the tires are a little wide. I don't know why. That bugs me for some reason. Other than that, I like how you can turn this. It's actually Benny's car. I'm pretty sure it's a completely different truck before you take it into Benny's, and they just change it entirely and say it's the same thing. It's not. Anyway, I like how you just make a kind of normal truck. I got nothing to say about that. I mean, it just looks kind of neat, don't it? Goofy ass rug there. I don't know what the deal with that is. This is my favorite part about wandering around my garage, is coming all the way back down. It's so fun. You know, I'm surprised I don't get sick more often. Just once a year, I get a cold. Gotta be lucky in some ways, right? Mine is that I don't get sick. I have no idea what this is. I don't know, it's probably Japanese or something. I think that is too, actually. Not because of the weeaboo crap on it. I think it actually is a Japanese, what's the word I'm looking for? Like, working class car. At least back when it was released. Or, released, you know, produced, we'll say. I actually prefer the El Camino to this thing. There's just not a lot of mods you can do with this either that isn't tuner stuff, and I don't know, it's just not my thing. I used to drive this a lot. I don't know why. Like, you can't do anything to it either. I swear I saw this thing Dukes of Hazzard. Speaking of Dukes of Hazzard, this monster. What are you meowing at, kitty? This is free. For me, anyway. I stole that off the streets, probably. Nothing to say. It's like a Mini Cooper, whatever. I like it. I think it's neat. Everything I own, I think is neat, but sometimes it's hard to sell something being neat if it's just a car, and that's it. This thing is interesting because something I don't like is these gas cans match the main color. I don't like that at all. I don't know, like irks me. But this is one of the more interesting cars because there's a ton of mods you can do. All this crap on it. There's different variations of it. None, all, half, bunch of like different types of crap. That's cool to have a car with German grenades. Anyway, it's a 3-seater for some reason. There's not a lot of cars. That's the only car I can think of that's a 3-seater, but it's funny because it only goes like 40 miles per hour. Oh man. Here we go. This is a new Duke here. Charger? Is that what these are? I don't remember. Anyway, it's weird because you can either make it like a beater, because for some reason it comes stock like all beat up, which is interesting, but you'd think that'd be an option you pick. Do you think stock would look more like this, not beat up? And also, for being beat up, why is it hundreds of thousands of dollars? Damn, this economy. This was the first... oh, that's what I didn't do. I actually lost my account. We won't talk about that. And I had to get this back on my original account. This was my first Benny's car. I tried to recreate it from memory. Pretty sure I had a glass hood there for vanity. The colors aren't exactly the same either, but you know, the spirit's there. Alright, look. I can explain. I don't know why I like this wagon, alright? I like the wagons. I think it's neat. Sometimes you can't explain why you think it's neat. That's just neat. I don't know about this one. You know, I can't pick a color scheme. And I don't want to make everything black and red, obviously. I did that because of El Camino. I like that movie. And there's not a lot else you can do to it. I mean, it's an El Camino. What are you going to do? But this... I don't know. Just slap some purple on it. I'm the Joker, baby. Some stupid crap like that. I don't know. Or Saints Row if you really want. You can't mod this at all. I mean, you can paint it, obviously, and... I don't know. Turbo. You can do that to everything, though. But I thought it was kind of silly to have... like some grandmother car. That one's kind of sleek. You can't deny it. For a wagon. But this is just... Yep, that's a wagon. This, just like the Jeep, has a ton more mods than you expect. You can do all sorts of stuff to it. With the accessories, the armored doors, and this, whatever you want to call it, cage here, and the walls, you can have none, or you know what I mean. I just lost a train of thought. Oh well, who cares? Here we go, more Benny's cars, lowriders and whatnot. They're not all lowriders anymore, I guess, but to start with, I think they were. Now there's some supercars in there, which is... They don't really match, but you go to the same place. This thing is, okay, I guess. They consider it a supercar, but I think like every supercar in the game's better than it, because it's originally in the sports class, and then you take it to Benny's and it turns into a supercar. It's neat, I guess. Most of the stuff you can do to it is, again, like over the top, crazy ass race stuff, and not my thing. So it's a little more minimalistic. I don't know what to say about that. I mean, I kind of like the 80s vibe. Probably more 70s. For being a Benny's car, there's not a lot of Benny's stuff you can do to it, like with the mods that change the whole look of the car and stuff like that. It's just... They could have just added this to the regular garage. I swear, all it is liveries, and... I don't even know if that's how you say that. I never thought about it. Anyway, just paint jobs and shit, and that's it. They could have just... No reason to make this a Benny's conversion. Same with that. I mean, technically, you can't do a lot to this either. It's barely... I mean, it's still cool, don't get me wrong. It's just, you take it into Benny's, you pay all that money, you expect to have more options. Oh well, still looks cool. You know, part of me prefers this thing without any liveries on it, just a simple Chevy? I don't know. It took them years to make this a Benny's car, and when they finally did, it was like that brown one over there, and you couldn't really do anything to it. It was like, okay, could have just changed the. I didn't notice those rugs there. That's actually pretty detailed, huh? I mean, it's still cool though. I just couldn't really decide on what to do with it. This is cool, actually. This is probably one of my favorite lowriders. Not as good as that red velvet thing in the other room, but I like it. I found a color scheme that I vibe with. I have no idea what it is. I think this is a Dodge. Stupid van. I call it the Mountain Dew machine. What else are you supposed to call it? What a goofy vehicle. I mean, look at the rims. God. Like in a... Can you imagine driving around in that thing? Like out and about? Like going to Walmart or something with your kids in the back? Oh my god. What kind of music do you think would be blaring from that thing? Probably Cotton Eye Joe. Bass shaking the windows out of their little holders, whatever you want to call them. Dad, please. Please turn it down. I can't hear nothing. This is probably a Camaro mix with some other crap. I think it's mostly Camaro. Once again, I don't know. I don't really like the wheels. Like, I'm not sure how to explain what I don't like about it. It's just the wheels jutting out so much, I guess. I mean, they're even with each other, and the front and back are like lined up, but still, it looks like they aren't, and that bugs me. I have no idea what this is. This is one of those simple ones. It's just, yep, let's change what you get. I mean, come on now, you know what this is, huh? I don't think the flags used to be in the game. I mean, this didn't used to be in the game at all. It came with this... What generation is PS4? 7th? I don't know. It came with that generation. This is a Tiburon? Yeah, that sounds right. It's a stock car from the original launch 45 years ago, and none of these mods on it were in the game then. They added it in for some reason. Sometimes they'll pop in on an old car and add some mods, which is cool, but this one? Really? Like, I feel like there were more interesting cars that could have done it too, but still, it's nice. Yep. I got nothing. I mean, it looks cool though. Like I said, I have it. I like it in some way. I just one of my buddies had a car like this once. Less mods on it, obviously. I don't remember what he did with that. I mean, personally, I would have kept it, but whatever. Silly man. I love this car. You can't do shit to it other than put the top down or off, and that's it. But still, I don't know. It's cool. Maybe our old Mustang here. 2010s probably, I don't remember. I don't remember why I made it black. Maybe it's because I'd watched Drive that weekend. This is a Toyota? Maybe a Honda. Actually, I'm pretty sure it's a Honda. I don't remember. I haven't seen Back to the Future in a while. But I based this off the one in Back to the Future. The one at the end where he's like, cool truck, or whatever. I don't know. I haven't seen it in a while. I love those movies, though. Trying to remember what it's called. Oh, who cares? Oh, that's where this is. I have a cleaned up version of this somewhere. I don't know why they're not next to each other. I mean, wouldn't that make sense? I don't know. All my stuff's scattered around because of how much of it I have. But it doesn't have, there's a couple things you can do to this. Most of it rat rod crap. Taking off the hood and stuff. But I went with the 1930s criminal redneck thing. I don't know. This is a Cobra? Something like, I don't know, that word comes to mind. I used to drive this along a lot until that Mustang in the other garage, like the 60s era one, came out, and I drove that more 'cause it was a little smaller and slimmer and not as wide and obtuse, and I preferred that. But it's so cool. I mean, yep. Is that a Hellcat? But anyway, yep. These modern sports cars, muscle cars, you can't really do a lot to make them look terribly unique. They're still cool, obviously, but, you know, what are you gonna do? As long as it looks cool, who cares? But it ain't very unique, is it? Old Porsche, ain't. Couldn't really decide what to do with this thing either. Or this. Seeing a pattern here, huh? I didn't know what to do with this either. I still like it, but I don't know. I don't know why I just completely spaced out when I looked at this thing. Sorry, thinking about Cars, the movie. This is another one I can't decide what to do with. Honestly, I hate it. I don't hate the car, I just hate what I did to it. This is, crap. I'll figure something out, probably, eventually. I like this, though. Goofy beads on the seat. I don't know what the deal with those are. I thought they were silly, so I put them on there. Swaggin' wagon. Swaggin' wagon. They speak for themselves. I think I got a bunch of crap in the back here, if you can see it. Oh, no, you can't now. It's like a TV and some goofy stuff like that. Oh, I guess I can just take a car and like leave, huh? Which one do I want? I don't know. Take this boat here. I can't imagine driving around cars like this is fun. I mean, look at it. It's the size of a barge. I look like a toddler in this thing. Where can I go next? I suppose... well, the arcade's right there. I've got a bunch of bikes in this arcade. Unfortunately, for some bizarre reason, the lighting in here is non-existent. So you can't see them at all. But rest assured, they are bikes. I promise. And they are in here. You just can't really make out what I've done to them. That's okay though, because I mean, most of the bikes in this game are kind of boring. Can't do that much, you know. There's a couple exceptions though. Thankfully, they're in garages where you can see them. That's nice. Yeah, just some chopper stuff here. Yeah, I can't see it. No reason to loiter. The tricycle. Very silly. This thing's cool, actually. It's like the Jeep and that old Hummer. You can do a lot to it, a lot of random accessories and bull crap. So, cool. I think the reason I got this is because it reminded me of a bike in A Place Beyond the Pines. The one Ryan Gosling drives around. I don't remember what his character's name is. Luke, maybe? That comes to mind. Can't do anything to it, though, other than paint it. I like that one. This was the bike I used most of the time in the biker crap, like all that biker DLC crap and the drugs in the clubhouse and blah blah blah. I use that a lot. This is the mustard and ketchup mobile. I don't know. Can't do a lot to this either. Boring. Another chopper. You know, they speak for themselves, don't they? This came out with the... excuse me. What was it called? I don't know. Extreme Sports DLC. I don't remember what it was called. All those crazy tracks and whatnot. Came out with that. Can't take the chains off, I don't think, but I mean, they look interesting, so who cares? Some Japanese bike, probably. I don't know. I don't know my bikes. Paint looks way better when it's not shrouded in darkness, huh? What is... We won't talk about that. Please shut up. Next up is the nightclub. And I didn't do it. The bike clubhouse is next to it too. That's neat. There's a whole bunch of crap in here. Here we go. Are we going in? And I vanish from this realm. Opening the door requires me to just phase through it, I guess. This level is the Barbie machine here. I'm pretty sure I have big giant white underlights. I mean, what else are you going to do with a ginormous limo that is a Hummer? Like, it's not going to look cool. You may as well embrace that goofy crap. This level is for selling illicit things. Which I don't do, because it's boring and it doesn't pay well. But I'm a hoarder, so I have this stuff anyway. Yep. I don't care, Marcel. Yeah, here we go. All armored. Honestly, I hate that big truck. I have sold it, stuff in it like twice. And that friggin' missile launcher gets stuck on everything. And also, obviously, it handles like a barge. I look at it. Screw that stupid thing. This business isn't very profitable anyway, but hey, I'm a hoarder, you know? The nightclub is. Like, the actual legal part of the nightclub is actually profitable. And it's better to run a nightclub than it is to sell boatloads of, well, that stuff, you know? Ridiculous. All these cars suck, honestly. Like, I like them a little bit, but this is definitely the most boring crap I have. I like that paint job, at least, you know, but most of the stuff you can't mod it, or like all these two trucks and that Jeep, you can't mod these. You can just change the color, and that's it. Obviously, there's a couple exceptions. This thing, you can do lots of tuner crap to it. Anytime you see a car vaguely looking like this, you can probably do lots of tuner crap on it, and I just went minimalistic. Big truck, can't mod it. Slightly smaller truck, can't mod it. Obtuse truck, can't mod it. For some reason you can, like, why? Like, why can you put this crap on it? You know what I mean? I don't know. Whatever, you know? I made this thing red because, in the horror game Outlast, you drive in a red Jeep like this. I don't know. I thought that was neat. This is probably the most interesting car I have in here. I like the... Yeah, I like that. The light. Oh, very neat. That's why I bought it, actually. I thought the lights were cool. I was like, hey, good enough for me. I'll put it in the Horde. Let's go. course I decided to do this with a cold, huh? Nasty stuff. There's the cleaned up version of that truck I was rambling about earlier. Again, you can do a couple things to it, but it's all, you know, kind of over the top, like big giant engine sticking through the hood and take off all the fenders and remove the bed. And, I actually really like this car, but disappointed I was when I found out you can't do anything other than paint it. Thank you. Yep. Self-explanatory. You can't do anything to this car either. I like it though. I mean, I don't know why. Simple. Here we got the Swaggin' Wagon. I actually can't drive this around in a public lobby or I'll be swarmed with adoring fans and stuff like that. Yeah, you can't do anything to this either. Just car. This kitty. This used to be only obtainable through a glitch. And people would go out of their way to get it through that obnoxious little glitch. And it'd be like, yeah, bro, check it out. Honestly, this thing sucks to drive. I just have it because it's uncommon. And I think it looks kind of neat. But it's a piece of crap. And I do not feel sorry for all those people going through that obnoxious glitch just to have it put on a website a few months later. Because it sucks. If you're going to go through all that effort to get a car, it should probably be worth the crap, you know? This thing's a boat, but I think it looks cool. This is I have this because it's one of the cars you'll see in the Transporter movies, and I like those movies. They're funny. Wish they'd make another Crank movie. Those are better. I do like my dumb action movies. They're very honest and unapologetically stupid. Like me. Wow, this is... I hate loading screens, thank you. Oh, there we go. The McDonald's mobile. Anyone who played this game 10 years ago knows that this was it back then. I like how this game's been out so friggin' long that I've lost my will to live entirely and any and all hope for my future. Anyway, you can't do anything to this, but you know, old like 90s luxury car. I think it's neat. I think it's a town car, I think they're called. I don't know. Really a little obscure. This is I remember looking into this because I was curious. I'm pretty sure it's Australian or something. In the single player, it's Trevor's main vehicle, and they didn't change the interior. There's no not single player interior. They got lazy bastards. So it's just Trevor's truck in the multiplayer too. You can't really put your own spin on it, so to speak. But whatever, it's still cool. I got that because I like Casino Royale with Daniel Craig. I mean, come on. I think he drives it in the others too, but mostly in Casino Royale. And then he wrecks it like a scrub. Get good. I got nothing to say about that one, alright? I mean, look at it. That goofy thing. Old surfer van. I forget what they are. Volkswagen, maybe. I don't remember. They added a new version of this. They didn't need to add a new version of this. They could have just put the mods onto this. Instead, they added an entirely new van. It's the same van. It just has mods that this doesn't. It's so confusing. Now I have two versions, I guess, and this one's lame. You know what, looking at it, I think the new one is a little bigger, I guess. I don't know. We'll see it in a minute. Look, how can you resist having this? I mean, come on. If you're gonna have candy in the back, you gotta make sure it looks the part. I hate this car. I think I bought it for racing, and then I found out it was already outdated at the time. And it sucks to drive. It's got this armor on it, but I think one explosion will still kill the thing instantly, so what's the point? Nobody shoots at cars, they throw bombs at them. Or missiles. This is, yep, a Hummer. I don't know. I don't like the camo. I wish they'd make this a Benny's car so I could make it a stupid lowrider kind of thing. Put some ginormous shiny rims on there. But when they added in the new liveries and stuff, I was like, alright, generic camo mobile it is. Why not? Not very interesting, but, you know. They can't all be super unique and fascinating. This is just a business vehicle, I'm pretty sure. I don't use it anymore. I bought it to have it because I'm a hoarder and did a couple missions with it, sure. And that was it. Yep. Big truck. Big truck, do big crime, man. But there's a what I like to call the lazy vehicle for lazy people like me, because it's very convenient. And in here, you know, yep, you got your flying bike with guns on it. Very, very fast, very nimble. Perfect for lazy little bastards. Or if you're playing in public sessions frequently, it's good for being an annoying asshole, but I don't do that. I'm just lazy. I mean, look, tell me this isn't convenient, huh? The frame drops are actually part of the experience. I really like that, how this 10-year-old game on the PS4 Pro runs like that, but I won't get into that ranting and whining. Professional at what? I wonder. I remember a few months ago they took out the option for a solo session. I don't know why, but I'm sure it would run better in a solo session. I don't like that they took solo sessions out because it means that one day when this game dies, all this stuff will be lost. There will be no way to even like cruise around and, you know, free roam with your cars and stuff. That's lame. Hopefully they find a way to make a peer-to-peer kind of thing, or make it available for LAN parties and stuff like that, and it just isn't killed completely, because that would suck. I'm trying to think here. One of my buddies, God, this is old now, a very long time ago. His first vehicle was a goofy little scooter like that. I made it blue because I thought of his goofy scooter. Not the same, these aren't the same colors as it. That was so long ago. And I think I have early onset dementia, so it's very vague, foggy memories. But yeah. I'm broke, I don't have any vehicles, so I gotta base some of my stuff off my buddies for my amusement and theirs. I love this thing. I actually need to, like, hold on, let me show it off here. Oh yeah. What's great is you can put about 75 headlights on it, or 75 mirrors. I went with a more modest, like, 4. This is a very simple bike, but if you've played the game at all, you know that it's basically the best one. Like, there's a couple bikes that are faster than it right now, but they cost $2 million. You know what this costs? Like, 15,000. And it's only a little bit slower than them. But because this game has weird physics, if you pop a wheelie, guess what? They then become the same speed. Which is, I don't know, let's say it goes 120. You do a wheelie, it does 125. It's the exact same with those $2 billion cars. Or bikes, I mean. It's just they get to 120 faster. In theory. I don't know, this game's acceleration and stuff sucks. Everything seems to go the same top speed, it just takes longer to get there. You know, I think a Bugatti should probably go a little quicker than 120. Whatever. I based this off the Viking GTA 4, The Lost and the Damned. That's the main one Johnny rides around. All you can do is paint it, so I may as well base it on something else. Wow, honestly, I forgot I had this. That's so dumb. Moving on. Yep. Goofy big boat bike. Yep. Again, based off one of my buddies. This wasn't his per se, but he rode it a lot. It's a Shadow, I'm pretty sure, Honda Shadow. Those were better days. I don't know what to say about that thing, alright. Yeah, pretty cool chopper. I mean, they speak for themselves, right? I guess I'll take this to the next location. What else am I supposed to drive? Wonder where I should go next. Wow. This thing's funny looking, and it's a cool piece to have in your horde, but God, driving it is not fun at all. Like, this is a... I gotta plan out my turning at least 17 miles in advance. Makes sense, I guess, but still. Good for the noggin. Brain damage. Alright. Jesus. Get the yeet. Alright, that works. Here's the CEO building. Well, technically it's not. It is, though. They probably could have made that one building too, but I guess this is more interesting than merging them. This is that big building for the story kind of DLC. More Franklin stuff. Where am I? What? Why did my guy just do that of his own accord? Anyway, this is here. This isn't mine. This is, though. I wanted my own version of it. I think it's a Rolls Royce, maybe. I don't know. I don't know that luxury crap. Even if I was a billionaire, I probably wouldn't buy a Rolls Royce. But in the game, sure. If I was a billionaire, no one would ever see me again, probably. I'm gonna be real with you. This came out with a summer update like a couple years ago. Kinda was expecting to be able to do more with it since they made like, check it out, new car, here for the summer. That's it, basically. Very exciting stuff, obviously. This is a fucking ugly vehicle, honestly. A little weird, but I like how unique it is. It's a 10-year-old launch car, though. Came out with the base game. Ford rally car, pretty sure. I don't know. Yep, speaks for itself. This came out not long ago, Christmas time, I think, and it was free. And just like, why is it so wide? Like, damn. Who's sitting back there? I don't want to think about it. 13 people at once? I have no idea what this thing is. I think it's electric. Maybe not. That's another Rolls Royce, I'm pretty sure. Again, can't really do much to it, which sucks. A Jeep. I don't like this. I mean, I like it. I couldn't find anything that, like a color scheme or anything. I just couldn't do something to it that I liked. Oh well. Some generic, ancient sports cars, you know. They're neat. A little cliche at this point, but you know. It's still cool. Everything up here. Oh yeah, I wanted to go over this. This is one of the more interesting cars in this game because I like have never seen anybody ever acknowledge it exists. It was added with one of the casino updates or whatever, I don't know. And I've just never seen somebody with it, ever. That's neat. It's some sort of European thing. I don't think you'll see it in the, like the States, for example. That's actually not mine. I don't want to get into it. This is the Greenwood, which is a car from San Andreas, and I actually modeled it as such. The color scheme of the one Sweet drives around in that game. It doesn't look the same. Sweet's was a little bit more modern. This is clearly an older version of that same car. I don't know what it is, but I went with the same colors because why not? Pretty sure this has machine guns in it, and what a goofy vehicle. Hey, like, why would you do this with a whatever? This also has guns in it. They're tucked into the hood there. Yep, you can see those pretty obvious. Those are a little more hidden. These guns suck, by the way. They don't penetrate really at all, and they don't do a lot of damage. And at the height level they're at, you don't really have a good time shooting people. Cool, I guess. Ooh, this is new. I like these colors. They're not exactly fantastically unique, but it suits it very well. The spoiler and the louvers, whatever they're called, I don't know. It all works together pretty well, in my opinion. This thing used to be way more purple, and I toned it down, and now I think I'm good with it. Like, I think I like this. What a ginormous SUV. I love this bike. Not because of what it is, I just like the livery. It's cool. Yep, they can't all be crazy. It's just a regular little car, you know, nothing nuts. I don't know what it is, I don't know. I have no idea. This thing's a piece of crap, honestly. It's an electric bike, right? It's like $2 million. And you can do a little bit of customization to it, obviously. I mean, it's kind of slick, but I don't know. It's just way too expensive. Guess I'll drive it for a bit, though. On to the next location. That bike right next to this one wasn't mine either. It's always parked here. Ignore it. Oh yeah, so I was like, why is it so quiet? I just said why. It's electric. I think it's fast, as you can see, but why is it so expensive? I guess I'll go to the apartments up here, huh? I have so many cars. So little room. Oh no. That was sketchy. This is gonna have like the newest stuff in the game. Because it's the last garage I bought. Like chronologically. Well, some of the newest, that's old. I like this, but wow, I couldn't figure out what to do with it. I'm not at all satisfied with this. It's still neat, but I feel like I could have done better. This, however, is cool. I like this. I don't know why. It gives me Mirror's Edge vibes. This is an old... I think this came out in 2014 with like the first wave of CEO crap. First big DLC for the... Well, no, it wouldn't have been actually the first big one. I think heists were the first big one. But they added more mods to this too. It didn't used to have these libraries or anything like this. I took advantage. This is brand new, and I don't know. Other than making it an old-timey race car, then I thought about LA Noire and that car in it. I saw with this kind of paint job, and I went off that, I guess. I have no idea what this is. Literally no idea. I forgot to look it up when I bought it and modded it. I don't know. Looks neat though, I guess. This is a limited time car, which is some sketchy bullcrap they do sometimes. There's only been 2, I think, and the other one was just some generic dime a dozen supercar. I don't care. But I had to get the extra large Mini Cooper because I thought it was funny. At this point, just buy another car. Why would you get a big Mini Cooper? If you play Call of Duty, you'll recognize this car and probably be unhappy at the memory of Call of Duty. I couldn't really think of a good scheme for this either. I think this livery's based off Smokey and the Bandit? Newer model of the car though. Here's that van I was rambling about a while ago. As you can see, it's the same van. You can just do more stuff to it. There's no reason to have it be a separate van. But I went a little goofy on it. A little silly. Hell yeah. I love this thing. Look, I don't care what you people think. I love these colors. Alright. I'm just gonna let that linger. Too bad you can't actually do anything other than the livery. Again, there's another RV in this game. You just can't put liveries on it, but this one you can. What the hell? Here we got, you know, old sports car. Not much to say. Pretty sure I had a version of this in Mafia 3. I don't know what it actually is. I haven't the faintest idea. Looks neat though. Please don't hurt me. This used to be, again, the Primo apartment, because it was just the most expensive one. It still is, I guess. But nobody cares about that anymore. They just buy crap wherever they want. I have it because I have 5 apartments here, which means I have 5 garages here. And I think one of them is the most expensive because, hell yeah, you know, gotta be a hoarder. The only thing I haven't hoarded is a yacht. I guess I don't have a stilt house either, if you want to be real technical. This is gonna have some, like, just random stuff, these 5 levels. Just complete random nonsense. Like, some stuff you can just steal for free off the street and park it. That's how random it is. But then there and there you'll get some stuff you're not going to really see elsewhere. Like, yep, that's a bike. Not much to say. This is actually... I think it's exclusive to people that have a social club account? I don't remember. All I know is that not everyone could get this at first. I think you can now. I don't know. Same with this, I think. I don't know what it is, but... It's neat, I guess. This is kind of ugly. Maybe that's why I have it. I think I got this just because I don't see it a lot, and that's it. You can't really do anything to it. You can't do anything to this at all. Paint it. And this... You know, I think you can buy this. I don't know. This might be one of the ones you can't buy. And you have to steal it. I'm not sure. Just an SUV though. Yep, same here. This is one you don't see often, or at all. This was free for returning players. Like if you transferred your save from another console generation forwards, you would get that for free. I don't know what this is. I think it's an Aztec, whatever the hell that thing is in Breaking Bad. Alright, and turn right back around. I gotta remember what floor I'm on, or I'll just blow a bunch of time in these stupid loading screens. Which does not sound appealing. Here we go. Some more newer and interesting vehicles. Like I said, excuse me, complete a mishmash of random crap. Oh, there's that. I was rambling about that a while ago. Hot ring car. If you turn right, you're gonna have a bad time. Here we go. Some of the tuner stuff. Again, it's very minimalistic for me, but you can do a lot of tuner crap to these. Really go overboard. I think this is a Miata. I have no idea. It's very small. I like the red and black on this thing. I don't know. You can't do much to it other than paint it, but I think the nets are optional. I don't know. Hot Wheel looking thing. Here we go. This is a Benny's car actually. Yeah, it's like I like it, but why is it a Benny's car? You know what I mean? All the Benny stuff you can do to it, you can do to other cars like it at a regular mod shop. Why isn't it a Benny's car? Oh well, I like the color scheme. I don't really have a lot of cars with this kind of look to them, but I made it work on this, I think. I like it. Same with this. You know, I think it looks silly, but I don't know. I like it. Can't have everything be black and red. I don't like the driving it though. It's a piece of crap. Anyway, I couldn't find a color I liked with this either. I think it's a Eclipse maybe. I don't know. This thing, like, what is this? Honestly, look at this friggin' thing. I don't know why I bought this wonky looking thing. Captain America's retirement vehicle there. Thank you, Marvel fans, for killing Deus Ex. I guess they didn't do it directly, but Deus Ex was killed for a friggin' Avengers game that's already dead. They're pulling the plug on it. And they killed Deus Ex for it. Like, god damn it. That's like pulling the Mona Lisa off the wall to hang up the McDonald's poster. Absolute madness. Anyway, I think Deus Ex is in a new owner's hands. It ain't Square Enix anymore. I think. I don't remember. I read about that a long time ago. So hopefully Deus Ex will be brought back from the dead. And hopefully that Marvel game is a lesson. Don't kill amazing things for Marvel. Anyway, here's a Tron bike. It's a Tron bike. There's an ATV. It's an ATV. Not much to say about these. It's just, actually, I do like this one. This is a Benny's bike. And again, another vehicle that gives me Mirror's Edge vibes. It's sick. This is the second of 3 vehicles I remember giving me Mirror's Edge vibes. And you know what? I think the other one's in another floor here. That'll be cool to look at. I hate this thing. I don't know. It looks fun, and it is fun to drive, but I just couldn't get colors I liked with it. Yep. Here we go. Another Benny's bike. I went with the old school. This is actually the look that they advertise on the website when you buy it. And I was like, oh, I like that. I'm stealing it. And so I did. I'm pretty sure this thing has like boost or something for some reason. I don't know. It has some weird braking boost system where you hit the brakes and you build up boost.